would you like to rank advance in your business finally? And this may be something that you're watching and you've never rank advanced, or it could be that you had like some success, but now you're kind of stagnant and stuck in your business, or you're someone who had some deal of a success, but maybe your business is going backwards, and you would really want to, change the trajectory of your business and get to the next level. So this video is here to help you break through this with our 3S success formula. This is not my formula, it's a formula from Tony Robbins, and I just attended his 5-day event, which was absolutely amazing, and I learned this strategy and it's so amazing. I signed up for a year of coaching with him now, and it's something that is really going to help my team succeed. So where are you stuck in your business? Drop in the comments if you want to share, or maybe we can have a private conversation about it sometime. So I'll share with you what my story was in network marketing in the last 5 years. I was someone who actually created a little bit of a fast success. I went through from zero, never had any experience in network marketing, to making $1,000 within my first 6 months. Now, you may not think this is like huge, and I didn't think that either. So that's another story for another time. I didn't think that either, but really, I created the success to become a $1,000 earner a month residual in the first 6 months, and that is something that got me to be able to quit my part-time job that I was working on Sundays. So it was something that gave me more freedom. Then within 2 years, I got to a full-time income with my business. And what happened then is like really my life got in the way. I got to that rank which was like replacing my income when I was on maternity leave with my daughter. So I just had a baby, and I was like determined, like during these 12 weeks that I had free, I'm going to do this. I'm going to get to the next level so I can quit my job, right? So my business was really paying me for my maternity leave. I did not have like financial struggle, and I could really focus on my business, even though I just had a baby, right? I just had a baby. I was nursing her while I was talking on the phone and all of that. But it was really fun. I was doing like live videos with holding her and like rocking her. And I did it, I got to that level. But what happened I had to go back to work, and what happened like a few months later is my husband got diagnosed with cancer, and then, I could not travel. It was like I had a little baby. I had we had to deal with that, and it was just like, it was not the time to quit my job. He couldn't work for 6 months, so we had to figure our ways out of that until he was good enough and healthy, and thankfully he's fine now. But anyway, so that was my story on what happened, like kind of where my business started going like flat. So it was just really, I did not have any growth since then. And then, the pandemic happened, and then I had to homeschool my son for almost a year, or for over a year, because of the school shutdowns and everything. And I'm already working from home, so it just made sense for me. I did not want him to go in school wearing masks, but that's another story. But so what happened was that I had all of these things that all of a sudden were like occupying my day, and really occupying my focus, that I did not think that I have time to grow my business, to grow my people. A few people left, which I don't blame them, right? And this year I came to a conclusion, actually last year, kind of in December, I was like rewriting my goals and really working on my mindset so much, where I'm like, okay, we need to turn this around. Now it's time to like grow this business. And then we had this incentive trip that it's just absolutely insane, that my company is taking us to Croatia, to my home country. this year. And I'm like, okay, this is it. This is my chance. I'm going to come back. I'm going to have my comeback. I'm going to grow my business even further, get out of the hole, grow it, and get to 6 figures this year and quit my job. So that's always been my plan. And this is something that I'm doing right now. So in December, I started with lots and lots and lots of self-development, setting goals, and I immersed myself in that. I really stopped listening to any of the news, any kind of news, any politics, anything about the pandemic. I just stop. And as soon as somebody sends me this, I just like, yeah, great, but I don't even watch it, because I wanted to be 100% focused on what it is that I'm doing, where I'm going. Because in 2020, when this first started, I was like, yeah, I was kind of focused, but not really. You know, I was like interested. Oh, let's watch this video. Let's see this. Let's see that. And that occupies your day. You gotta like think, you gotta think from the inside. Only you can change your world, and you can change the world around you. If you let the world influence you, it's usually negative. It's usually negative. Like, who in this world has like really positive experience, positive people around them that empower them? You have to create that environment. It doesn't happen, News, it's all bad news, right? It's always bad news. There's always enough bad news to fill up the newspaper. That's what Seinfeld says. Okay, so anyway, so that's my story. And if you never watched any of my videos, my name is Anna Stropnik, and I help network marketers grow their business and grow their mindset and skills to be able to attract their ideal prospects on social media. I have a blog where I post every single week. This is going to be one of my blog episodes as well. It's on annastropnik.com, and you can go there and check it out. If there's anything else that you need to help you grow your business, just go on there. There's lots of great resources for you. So I'm going to share with you something that I just learned from Tony Robbins, and this is his 3S strategy for success, for breakthrough. So let's go. So there's 3 S's in our success. There's number 1 is strategy. So who here thinks in order for you to grow to the next rank, to rank advanced, that you need a new strategy? I would really love to know, because that's what I would think. That's what everybody thinks. You want to do this. Okay, what's my strategy going to be? What am I going to do? But what you're doing with that, you're actually trying to figure out how it's going to happen. But if you know one thing about setting goals, that how doesn't matter. You don't have to know how. You make a decision and how appears, right? So nobody knows. You cannot connect dots going forward. You can only connect the dots going backwards, because you don't know how that's going to happen. So us trying to brainstorm on the strategy that is going to take us there, you can't. So forget the strategy, okay? It's your first S, but we'll get back to that. Forget the strategy. The second S is your story. So just think about, what is it that you're telling yourself every single day? What is your story? Why you're not where you want to be? I just shared with you why, what my excuses are or were. The pandemic, my husband got cancer, had a small baby, had to homeschool my son, had no time, blah, 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 blah. It's my story. But what happens if I change that story? And if now I have no more time than I had like a few months ago, but it's my focus, my story on what I want to do and where I'm focused on is changed, what my priorities are. And that can be changed for you as well. So you got to think about, what is your story? Because your story creates emotions, and emotions is what creates action. So you got to be really conscious on what are your dominant emotions, your dominant thoughts. So you got to change that story. And the third S is state. So the state that you're in, the way you are, the way you behave. So this is what is so powerful about this 3S strategy, is that you start with your state. Tony Robbins makes you jump up and down, up and down, up and down, up and down, to get that energy, to get into that vibration. Doesn't matter who you listen to. Bob Proctor talks about vibration, the law of vibration. Tony Robbins calls it a state. They call it a frequency, that you got to be on the frequency to attract the right things to you, and the frequency of where your goals are. And that's all like law of attraction, really. So it's the state that you're in. So how do you change that state? You got to be in the state of already being where you want to be. So whatever your goal is, so my goal is rank pro 7, which is 6 figures in my business. You know, I want to get it there this year, not by the end of the year, but by this summer. And I want to help the teammates get to their first $1,000 or full-time income by the summer as well. So my goals are huge, and where I start is I start at the goal. Who does this person need to become? How would they like solve problems? How would they behave? So you gotta have that emotion of where you are, where you want to be. You think of it as it's already there. So that's how you're bridging that gap from where you are to where you want to be. You're bridging that gap. You're already acting and behaving and thinking and having emotions like that person that is already up there. So what do you do then? Is your state is going to create a new story. So what is your new story going to be? What is life like? Is life a struggle? Is life a dance? Is life a party? Is life a lesson? Is life... What is the life? So when you think about these things, is life a dance? Different type of emotions come to you. If life is a struggle, different type of emotions come to you, right? Because based on your experiences, and everybody has their own story. Now it's time to change it. So you change it by changing your state every single day, changing your state, changing your story. And this is why I'm in Tony Robbins' 1-year program now, where I want to be changing that state, because you want to make a permanent change. You don't want to just, change for 1 weekend and then nothing. You will go back to where you were, what your comfort zone is. So you got to change the state. That state changes your story, and then that story is going to create your strategy. So your strategy, your how, is going to come to you, but you got to start with the third S first. So this is the order. You change the state, number 1 S, story is number 2, and strategy is number 3. So change it around, and this is how you're going to get where you need to go. So think about the rank you want to achieve, okay? Think about it, visualize it, have a life script, repeat it to yourself, write that goal down every single day, get into that emotion, meditate on it. Think about people who are already at that rank. How are they behaving? What are they doing daily? Think about how your life is when you're already quitting your job, and you have all this time to just focus on your business, right? So you start with that state, you create the state, create that new story. In one of my recent blogs, I talk about creating your life script and listening to it every day. I still do that. It's so powerful. You're training your subconscious mind, you're changing your subconscious mind, and then the strategy or the how or the action, inspired action, actually comes to you. So if this was helpful, let me know. I also have a fast lane formula. If you go on my blog, annastropnik.com/fast lane, you will have a formula on how to help your team rank, advance, and get in action really fast. And it doesn't only help them with the strategy, but it also helps them with mindset. So there's like 3 parts that are super important to help your new team members succeed. So you can grab that on my website as well. And I will see you on the next video. Let me know how this was able to help you.